Valdez standing by with more on that.
Oh, yeah, it will be hot. We have first alert weather days Wednesday and Thursday for mid to upper 90s in the forecast. And even today, you'll start to notice those temperatures heating up. It is gorgeous outside, but it is already warm. 85 degrees in Atlanta. The dew point is higher as well. That's part of the problem. Not only are we seeing temperatures go up, we're seeing the dew point, which is the amount of humidity in the air, that is also going up. Yesterday, the dew point was in the 50s. Right now, it's in the upper 60s, and it will continue to go up tomorrow and Thursday along with the higher heat. For today, tons of sunshine out there, but it will be hot. By 3 o'clock, we're at 91 degrees. By 6 o'clock, we will reach a high of 94 degrees this afternoon. High temperatures across all of North Georgia near the mid 90s, 95 in Athens and Eatonton, 94 in Covington and Canton and Gainesville, up to 96 in Rome today. So make sure you take frequent breaks. Drink lots of water, find the AC. You'll need to do that throughout the afternoon. You'll also want to limit that time outdoors if you are sensitive to poor air quality. Because of the heat, we do have another air quality alert. This is for sensitive groups, those with asthma, those with heart and lung disease, young children, the elderly. You want to avoid exerting yourself in the late afternoon, early evening. That's when air quality is at its worst. If you are a perfectly normal, healthy adult, you should be fine, but it will be super hot. So you may want to limit your time outdoors regardless. For tonight, not nearly as cool as it has been. We've enjoyed multiple nights with low humidity in the 60s. That is over starting tonight, at least for the rest of the week. We are dropping down to 75 in Atlanta, certainly warmer this evening. And as you wake up tomorrow, still some spots in the 60s, but they're a little more few and far between. Tomorrow is a first alert weather day because of the heat. We will climb to those mid 90s. It will also be more humid tomorrow, so it is going to feel like the upper 90s. Those first alert weather days, Wednesday and Thursday, both days will hit 96 degrees. And although not as hot, by the end of the week into the weekend, we are going to see higher rain chances. For now, a 30% chance of rain Saturday and Sunday. So keep those outdoor plans. Just keep that first alert weather app handy. Right now, it does look like Monday may be a little wetter, but again, neither day looking like a washout, but certainly something we're watching very closely. We'll continue to keep you updated. That will bring the temperatures down a few degrees. So although higher rain chances, at least not as hot.
All right.